Hi, my name is Alan. I've been in the ad industry for the past 40 years, but today I think I've finally found my first love, a virtual live streaming platform. We have often been asked, how far can you take virtual live streaming? My answer would be as far as your imagination can take you. With today's technology, we are able to do things we couldn't yesterday. Let my production team demonstrate to you what can be done. Take it, Uncle.
Okay, thank you, boss. At the current situation of pandemic, online training is a go. Of course, we can have a fancy thing like this. And like this. Oh, slow. And like this. Whatever you can imagine. And we can do it any way you want. Okay, wait. Hello, Habibi? Yeah. No, I'm working, I'm in the studio. Wait, someone is coming. I got to go, okay.
Can I move now?
Wait. Okay, you can come up. Okay, wait. You continue. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi, I'm Shelley. I'm hands-on in the events industry for the past 15 years. Let me make use of this technology to make your dream launch, events, or a show a reality. We own a multi-purpose hall big enough for a car to be driven in. Making the best of a physical space and virtual streaming to bring you to the next level. To me, everything has a solution, no matter how complicated the situation is.
The music industry has changed in the past few months. The new normal has caused so much hardship. But don't worry, the new technology that we have developed can solve a lot of this problem. The solution, do it with virtual live streaming.
Reno, is there anything else a singer can do?
Yes, of course.
Internet no good? Okay, I go offline.
I have my own live streaming, catering for customers to shop online while being entertained. You are always welcome to watch my live streaming channel, The Shopping Station, 购物火车站.
Give us a call and let's have coffee and talk.
Wincar, for your peace of mind.
This program is brought to you by Wincar, Peace of Mind. Hi, welcome. Welcome to another episode of From Live in the City, our heart-to-heart talk show. As usual, every week I have somebody interesting to come on the show to share the experience and also the obstacles and challenges that they overcome. And tonight I have a very special guest. She's none other than Dr. Jenny. Can I call on Dr. Jenny to come on to the show? Hi, Dr. Jenny. How are you?
Alan.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Have a seat, Dr.
Thank
Jenny.
you, thank you.
Thanks so much for agreeing to appear on my show. Yeah.
No problem at all.
Dr. Jenny, I know a bit about yourself, but can you tell the audience what do you actually do?
Hi, okay.
My name Not in detail, but at least let them get to know what you do. Yeah.
I would like to think myself as an EQ expert.
EQ expert, huh?
Yes,
Okay, right.
Emotional
yeah.
intelligence.
Okay.
Being street smart.
rather
yeah.
than, book smart.
All right.
I am also an academician.
Uh-huh.
So I have been in the education industry, I think, more than 20 years.
More than 20 years in
yeah,
education
yeah,
industry,
correct. But
okay.
please don't guess my age.
All right. No. You look very young.
Thank you. Thank you
just
so much.
celebrated your 16th birthday or something.
I would love to say it's 18 now.
Okay.
2 more years.
Anyway, your current position that you're holding, what
Yeah.
is the current position you're holding?
Okay, I'm actually the dean
Okay.
for the Faculty of Business.
Okay.
So I'm actually taking care of the Saito Business School
Ah.
as well as the Prime School of Integrated Logistics.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Right.
Yes.
So that is what you're doing now. But
Correct.
maybe you want to go back time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We like the audience to get to know you better.
All right.
Perhaps you can tell us, where were you born? Were you born in KL or were you from somewhere else?
A lot of people actually complimented my skin.
So from
Because I'm-
Ipoh.
Yes.
Okay.
So you see, you guessed it correctly.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was actually born and raised in Ipoh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ipoh girl.
All right.
Yeah, correct.
So you grew up there?
Yes, I grew up there for most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, my mom and dad are actually from Ipoh, from Perak.
okay.
So schooled there until I think when I get my tertiary education. So I moved to Penang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to get my tertiary education
Okay.
before I moved to KL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your family, do you come from a big family or a small family?
I'm actually the single child.
A single child, wow.
Yes,
So you
yes.
must be very precious to your parents.
I was really, not to say really pampered,
Yeah.
but I get the best of everything.
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
So-
My mom and my dad, they never actually laid a single hand on me.
Really, that's good, yeah.
So a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
Yes. So I get everything.
I can see the love coming out from you because of the love you receive from
Yes,
parents.
yes.
That's so
yes,
nice. Yes.
Correct. But unfortunately, my dad passed away at a very young age,
Okay.
so to speak,
All right.
about 59.
Oh, 59.
Yeah, short of 1 year 60. I still remember very clearly that time I was just completing my degree in Monash University.
Okay.
About to come to the workforce. But then because of all these things, it shook me up a bit lah.
I'm sure it did,
I didn't expect my father to actually go that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does he do? Was he working?
He was
in
a
the corporate-
soldier.
He was a soldier. Wow, interesting. He
Yes.
was a soldier.
Correct.
Yeah.
He was a soldier
Yeah.
serving the country.
Wow.
Yes,
And your mom
yes.
is a.
My mom is a full-time housewife.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
Before that, before married, she was a tailor.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So did your dad give you some military training when you were young?
Not really. Not really. Not military training, but he always told me one thing that he actually always believed in is that you have to be positive.
Yeah.
So I hold on to that belief a lot. So
Yeah.
up until now also, in whatever things that I do, I will always think that I need to be positive
Yeah.
no matter what. So
Yeah.
I think that is a really, really good advice that I hold on to
Yeah,
until
that's
right
a good
now.
motto.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, correct.
Because positivity attract positiveness also.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Because when you are always down, you are so
Yeah.
negative.
You
Bad
will
things
be
will come your
pulled
way.
by the
you
negative vibes,
you
you see.
go down the spiral. You go
Correct,
on a
correct.
spiral.
But of course,
Exactly.
easy to say
Yes.
than done,
Yeah.
because all of us, we go through a lot of different pathways,
Yeah.
different life experiences, I'm sure each and every one of us, we have our own story.
Yes.
So my story could be very different than the rest. So to them, it's really very difficult to think positive when a person is surrounded by negativity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but my advice is I will always tell, be it my students or anyone, is that no matter what, you still have to stay positive.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the most important thing.
How were you during your school days? Were you good in something? I'm sure you must be good in something. You're a PhD holder, okay?
Okay. Honestly, when I was in my secondary school, I let's just say that I can actually perform better lah.
In secondary school,
Yeah. My
okay.
SPM results was not really that great.
Yeah.
But I managed to pull through to my tertiary studies.
Okay.
That is where I actually shine.
Oh, all right.
Because I actually found the course that I love to do. So I
what
started
was
off
the course you did?
accounting and finance.
Accounting and finance.
And you
okay.
would have imagined that I don't like maths when I was in my, from Form 1, Form 2, up to
Okay.
Form 5, right? I
Yeah.
don't really like to do maths. In fact, my maths results is not
Yeah.
really that fantastic.
Yeah.
But at the end, I actually went to do my accounting and finance.
Yeah.
Then I actually did my master, my
Mm.
MBA. So my education is actually quite varied because some of the people, they will say that you need to actually focus. That means once you are accounting and finance, then you should take
Yeah.
master in accounting and PhD in
Yeah,
accounting.
right.
So I actually took a different route.
Okay.
Yes,
So
I
what do you
actually,
do?
I actually complete my accounting and finance, degree in accounting and finance, and then I took MBA in marketing.
Okay.
MBA specialized
What a
in
good
marketing.
mix. What a good mix.
Yes. And after that, I actually did my PhD in education.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I think it's a good mix because basically accounting and finance, they try to save money in a way,
Yeah,
because
correct.
cost is very important.
Yes.
When you come to marketing, you must learn how to spend,
Yes.
because I think a lot of marketers, they fail because they are not brave enough. I feel, that's my feeling. Of course, there are very good marketers in the market also.
Yes.
But basically, I believe, because a human mind is so difficult to decipher, so sometimes you will not know whether your idea will actually work or not.
Yeah,
But
correct.
if you have that gut feel that it's good, that's what you should do. I believe that you need to take that challenge.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying that it's a good mix because you learn how to save, then you must learn how to spend.
Correct.
Yeah, you just learn how to save.
Then you can spend.
Yeah.
Because to
Right.
me, in any
Yeah.
in any organization, you need to know a bit on finance. And at the
Exactly.
same time,
Yes.
if you have an added advantage, which is the knowledge in terms of marketing,
Yeah.
then it will make you a
Yeah.
more diversified
But I think also
individual.
because I believe accounting and finance is not just doing maths and all that. It's a lot of
Correct.
thinking. Yeah,
Yes.
it's understanding how the business world
Yes,
is run.
correct. Yes.
that-
You need to juggle between your budgets,
Yes.
and your bottom line, your
Of course,
profits,
yeah.
and all those
Because
things.
a lot of people thought, running a business is very easy. They work for someone and then they just come out and they start their own business and then they fail.
Yeah, correct.
Basically because they don't have the basic knowledge of how important these things are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
So,
A lot of people also actually ask me, why don't you become an accountant? So I actually thought that over, and I think that maybe not. Accounting. I don't want to pursue further in the to get the CPA or ACCA. But I was thinking that my journey is a different route. I would actually like to contribute in terms of giving back. Educating the young ones,
Okay.
the younger generations and so forth. So that's why I actually, my first job was actually, I tried to go into the commercial line 6 months
okay.
in a bank.
Okay. You work in the bank?
Yeah.
Yes.
I still remember trying to sell credit cards.
Oh, you did that? Oh, wow.
I couldn't pull it off, to
That's
be
one of the
honest.
hardest thing to do.
Yeah,
I
couldn't
believe.
pull it
Yeah.
off. Then after that, I actually went to become a lecturer. That was in Penang.
Okay.
IPG, Institute Perkim Gun.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started off as a lecturer with no experience and so forth.
So what were you teaching then?
Accounting.
Accounting. Okay.
A mixture lah.
Mixture,
Accounting, basic business and all this. So my students were actually from diploma level as well as degree level.
Yeah,
So I started off and I was actually in Penang for about 7 to 8 years.
Okay.
Then I moved to
Lecturing
KL.
in Penang.
Yes,
Yes,
lecturing in Penang. So I moved to KL. KL, I've got an opportunity to actually head a matriculation study center
Okay.
in a college. All right. So I actually took that opportunity.
All right, yeah.
So from there on, everything expanded. lah,
Yeah.
going.
Okay. So, do you work with many colleges, or that was the? This is your second one, or is it you work with a few?
Yeah, I
You-
actually worked with a few
Colleges.
universities and
University, yeah.
institutions before, yes.
So you have the passion for education, I can see.
Yeah, I have a passion for education because I believe that there is a need to educate the young ones,
Yeah.
all right, to coach them, to train them, and let them see the value in themselves, all right. So because a lot of people, as you can see in the news right now,
Yeah.
most of the younger generation, what do? Credit cards, spend a lot.
Yeah.
And then after that, they bankrupt.
They're
They
bankrupt,
went
yeah.
to bankruptcy because of the
Yeah.
credit cards. And there is a need to actually educate them in terms of how they can actually manage better. All right, in terms of their finances,
Yeah.
and they also need to know that money is not everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Money is very important.
Yeah, of
all right,
course,
so to
yes.
speak, because money actually, with money you can put food on the table.
Of course. Yes.
You have shelter,
Yes.
all right, and you have security.
Yes.
But these young ones need to know that money is not everything. You need to actually find a purpose
Yeah.
in your life.
Okay.
All right. So once you find the purpose in your life, then you will feel that it is more meaningful
Yeah.
for you to do things that you want to do.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you'll be more passionate in your work.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
And you feel like it's not tiring when you are working. And that is what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel very happy
Yeah.
that I can actually contribute back
Yeah.
to the young ones, and I feel very
Not
happy.
like those who always apply MC on Monday, is it?
To be honest, one year I never took MC. I seldom, to be honest, unless I was really, really
This is
sick.
a syndrome that I'm always afraid of. You know? I run a few companies also.
Yes.
So every time, when you can tell that the person that you hire is in the wrong place, because they will have a lot of excuses. They fall sick very often.
Yeah,
But if
correct.
you have passion for the work, you're not working. You're coming to enjoy. Enjoy what you're doing. Yeah,
I have experienced a staff actually came for one day and then disappear.
I think it's quite common nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So it has to be balanced, like, the person, the individual needs to be passionate in what they do.
Yes.
So if you are passionate in what you do, you won't feel tired, you won't be taking MCs, you won't
Yeah.
be making a lot of excuses
Yes. Okay.
in what you do.
Dr. Jenny,
Yep.
we have some videos of what you do.
Yep.
I want to play it for our audience.
Sure.
Shall we just play them, and then maybe we can talk through it later?
Can,
Yeah,
no
we
problem.
play the video first.
All right,
Okay.
sure.
This is the video of you. So maybe this will explain better what you do.
Yes.
What you're doing now. Okay. Okay. Can play the video now?
Hello everyone, welcome to Cyto
I
Business
want them to
the
focus.
Go Digital School. My name is Dr. Jenny Wong. I am the Dean of Cyto Business School. Let me share with you a few pointers on why you should join Cyto Business School. Firstly, we provide the most industry-based and comprehensive learning experience for our students out of the classroom settings. Our students are exposed to the Global Classroom series, whereby we invite global speakers from around the world who are experts in their own field to share their knowledge and experience with our students. Secondly, we are the champion for applied learning and work integrated learning. Every semester, we will place our students at our industry partners centers. Our industry partners include such as Post Malaysia, Ringgit Plus, Safeguard Oceanics, and much more. We have the one-stop training center. Our school is actually backed by a full-fledged logistic company, which is Safeguard Oceanic. This is where all our students are immersed in the logistic operations. Students' learning should be out of the classroom, in the industry, with the industry experts. We also provide additional academic industry certification for our students. Let's talk Facebook Coursera certification. At the end of the course of the studies, students are able to produce their own digital portfolio. This is why Saito Business School is not producing fresh graduates, but we are producing graduates with experience. On top of that, for those of you who are interested to go to overseas to continue your studies, we do provide the options of 2 degrees, 2 experiences. Students have the opportunity to start their studies with us 2 years in Saito and continue with University of Western England, Bristol in UK. So you will get a degree from Saito and another degree from UWE UK. And the best part is you are only paying UK local fee rather than international fee. Now that is something for all the students out there. So yeah, I can't wait to welcome all of you to Saito Business School, and I will see you at Saito Business School. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, that was good. Yeah, that was a nice video. Before we go further, I would just like to say hello to Sarah. Sarah is watching. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Thanks for watching. Yep. You just saw the video from Dr. Jenny. Very interesting. Dr. Jenny.
Sarah.
Yeah. The video that I saw just now, it tells very clearly that you're the dean of the business school, is it?
Yeah, business school and as well as the Prime School of Integrated Logistics.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see there's a bit of difference in the way that your college does as compared to others. I see a lot of industrial players inside the video.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate what is it all about?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I can explain first what Saito University College actually believes in our brand promise. So we have actually 3 brand promise actually, to be honest. The first one is actually we have the work and study pathway.
Work and study.
Yeah. So before I actually explain further, I will actually let the audiences know that the purpose of Saito University College. We are the institution or the university college that serve the underserved. Yeah. So we believe that education is for everyone. Education is inclusive. Regardless of your financial background, your ethnicity, your capabilities and so forth.
That's very noble.
Yes,
Yeah, that's good.
that is the belief of our, our institution. So with that in mind, so we actually want to create more opportunities for everyone out there.
I think there's some misconception out there. They always think that Saito is cheap, but I believe that that's not not what it was.
Yes,
It's giving a chance for people to
Correct.
have a better career
Yes.
through higher education.
Yes,
That's basically what you want to do.
we are not jeopardizing in our quality. The quality of our education is there.
All right.
But our aim, our objective, like what you mentioned, a lot of people, they have this misconception. But our objective is that we want to actually serve the underserved. We want to create that opportunities because, as you can see, because of this COVID-19, a lot of people, from the T20, then they have to, move down to M40, and a lot of M40 families have been, moved down to B40.
Right.
So we bear in mind with all these challenges, we want to make sure that every student has the opportunity to get the education. It doesn't matter that whether you have, you have that kind of money or you have that financial background, then only you can afford to go to UK. We also have that opportunity.
All right.
So that's why we want to ensure that every student should be given that opportunity, a chance.
Right.
Yes. To actually improve themselves, and as well as contributing back to the society.
I can also see a lot of hands-on working with the industry players.
Correct. That will be the second option. The first one, as I mentioned just now, is the brand promise work and study.
Yeah, you have 3, is it?
Correct. Most of our students, they work and they study.
All right.
Yeah, because some of them, they actually have to earn that money to
Yeah.
to provide food on the table.
Right.
So those kind of students, we actually give them, they have the work and study option.
Oh.
So they will work, for example, 9 to 5, and then they will have classes from 6:30 to 8:30.
Oh, you allow that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And currently we have signed up with most of the industry players, you know, for example, like Tiong-Nam,
Yeah.
Logistic Berhad, then we have Post Malaysia, and then we also have Samudra Timur, the oil and gases,
Okay.
and we also have a few more industry. And we also have our own logistic company under
Oh,
Safeguard, which
okay.
is the Safeguard Oceanic
All right.
logistic group
Yeah.
of logistic
So
group.
they have a chance to see you and
Yes,
work there.
so
also,
they
yeah.
have a chance to work at these great companies.
All right.
All right, and at the same time, we give them the opportunity to continue their studies. So that's the first brand promise. So the second brand promise is the good teaching. So at Saito University College, we ensure that students will get the same equal amount of teaching. Our lecturers are all passionate in terms of teaching.
Yeah.
So that is what we preach, and that is what we hold on to.
Yeah.
So most of our lecturers, they are very passionate in terms of, giving, lecturing, some, giving them the knowledge that they're supposed to have and all this. And the third one, of course, is what you have mentioned just now, applied learning and work
Alright,
integrated
okay,
learning. So most of our students, our studies, the learning does not only start or stop in the classroom. So every semester, we bring our students to the industry.
Okay.
So with the industry partners that we have signed up,
Yeah.
like Tiong-Nam, Post Malaysia, and so forth. So every semester, we ensure that the students will go out.
Okay.
Yeah. First is the applied learning. Applied learning means the students will apply what they have learned in the classroom to the real world. So the real business problem and so forth.
Yeah.
Once they have mastered the applied learning stage, then they will move on to the work integrated learning.
Okay.
Work integrated learning means whatever that they have learned in the classroom, they have to actually integrate it with the work that currently they are
Yeah.
doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
So I think that is the reason why of late you have been quite successful. I understand you have a new college in Cheras.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
We do have a new campus
Yeah,
in Cheras.
Yeah, your university is your
Yes,
campus.
very
yeah.
exciting, very exciting. Brand new campus.
Okay.
And we also have one in Damansara Heights.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so Saito University College is actually expanding.
Oh, that's good.
And happy to announce that. The Damansara Heights campus is actually for our postgraduate programs.
All right.
So we do have our MBA,
Ah.
Masters of Business Administration. We also have our postgraduate certificate in teaching.
Oh.
And also we have our Doctor of Philosophy in Management.
Yeah.
So all these postgraduate programs will be housed in Damansara Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see that Saito is quite complete now in a way. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I would
Yeah.
say so. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. Recent pandemic, how did it affected you, or did you do something during those times? Were there some
Oh yes,
webinars or
correct,
something?
correct.
Yeah.
I think during the pandemic,
Yeah.
this period actually thrown everyone into limbo, to be
Yeah,
honest.
right.
At that time there are certain challenges because some of us, some of the lecturers, they are so used to teaching in the classroom.
Yeah,
Having the face-to-face, having the connection with the students, and all at once we are thrown into this situation whereby, okay, you can't come physically, you
Yeah.
have to do it online.
Yeah.
So of course there are certain period, the transition period, so
Yeah.
to speak, that the lecturers have to get used to, teaching online.
Yeah.
But not only the lecturers, the students also will have to get used to it.
Yeah.
Because students will usually, they will say that, it's easy to talk to, like face to face and all this. But when it is at the pandemic period, some of the students, they may not have the connection,
Yeah.
because most of our students are actually from B40
Yeah.
and lower end M40. So they have connection problem. Some of them, they can't even afford to have a laptop.
All right.
So for us, Saito, we try to help these students as much as possible. So either we will actually ask them, to use handphone or whatever, but we will also ask them if, let's say, they need any further help, we will try to help
Yeah,
them.
okay. I have a video of snippets of some of the webinars that you did.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe I would like to play that. Winnie, can you play the next video? I think there's something interesting there. Yeah.
Of course, the biggest challenge is we cannot fly. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is our main business.
What are they buying in the past? I want to know what they want to buy next so that I can target them ahead.
Okay, so here is a marketing mix model. Marketing mix model is basically all of the things which a business has to think about when they are trying to market their product.
So well, let's look what it actually means to be a professional. I mean, being just a professional, that used to be.
Right? So, I mean, I also jokingly see that, sometimes when we switch on the television, we watch the drama series on TV3 before.
Mistake I've done in the past also. So that's why I wanted to share with you.
To inspire and then they buy, or like what you mentioned earlier, you must do a piece on entertainment.
Eliminate all of the excess content on here. The next thing we should do is only have 1 point per slide.
As young as 5-year-olds, you can actually teach this concept of new profits so that, yes, they may not start a business.
There's a lot more statistics that are shown on screen here. So if we just look into each one individually, 84% of people.
As many as 800 robots can be deployed at any one time on the warehouse floor.
But AirAsia is, I can say they did very well in their business strategy.
So this is an example of listing or cargo listing lah. Here.
What is urban transportation? Urban transportation are the transportation that we use. When we have the promotion, the offer that after I joined the class, okay, I didn't regret anything. I get a lot of knowledge, okay, from the lesson, from the lecturer.
Wow, that's great. That's what you did during MCO, I suppose.
Yes,
yeah. So you did a lot of webinars.
Yeah,
and,
a lot of webinars. We also invited a lot of global experts from different countries.
So learning never stops, huh?
Learning never stops.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So how was the response to that?
I think during the webinars, we actually have a bit of challenge because some of the students, because of the connectivity and all this, but luckily, I have actually worked with my team. Shout out to my team out there. So they actually find a lot of those global speakers. So global speakers as in industry experts from different countries. So we have from US, we have from Sweden, we have from Finland, Belgium, Australia. So all these are actually industry experts that share their thoughts and their experiences with our students. So the students, instead of just learning by the books, they actually get to see different culture, from different countries. So we have that as our global classroom series.
Good.
Then we also have our industry expert series, whereby we invited all the C-suite people, CEOs, the presidents, vice presidents of M100 companies to share their experiences with us as well. So the students will get a different variety of information, details, and knowledge. So it's
good.
really nice.
Okay, Dr. Jenny, we've been chatting for half an hour. I think you didn't notice that.
Yeah,
we're going to take a short break. Yeah, we'll be back soon. We'll catch up with you again in a short while. We're going to take a break. Yep. Hi, welcome back. And I have Dr. Jenny with me here tonight on Heart to Heart Talk. And we have been talking for half an hour, very interesting. I think, I'm sure you would like to know how she became a doctor. Yeah. To be a doctor, you have to write a thesis, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
Can you elaborate a little? What have you written on, and what is it all about?
Okay,
Yeah.
I was actually searching for the right topic when I was pursuing my PhD.
Okay.
Until, when you are a PhD candidate, you need to read a lot, to find your problem, your research gap, and so forth. So I came across a few articles, interesting article about emotional intelligence.
So you wrote on emotional intelligence.
Yes. So my thesis title is actually, I want to see the relationship between students' academic performance with their EQ level.
I see.
So a lot of people, they actually look at IQ,
Yes.
and the academic performance.
Yeah.
But what I'm looking at is actually EQ with your academic performance. So the correlation, the relationship.
Elaborate a little about what EQ is in a way, because I'm sure the audience would like to know what EQ actually means. Yeah.
So in layman terms, EQ is actually street smart.
Okay.
In layman term.
Layman term.
IQ is actually book smart.
Book smart. Okay.
Yes. Both are equally important.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah.
But there are certain situations whereby you need to be street smart rather than book smart.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And vice versa. So generally speaking, emotional intelligence is how you actually know about your own emotion.
Okay.
And at the same time, how do you address people's emotion?
I see.
Yeah. So a lot of times that sometimes in our lives we meet people who are very emotional. And we meet people who are very calm. So those people that are very calm, they are able to control their emotions. So emotional intelligence, according to Daniel Goleman, Daniel Goleman is actually one of the guru in emotional intelligence. There are actually 5 elements of emotional intelligence. So we have social self-awareness. All right, we have self-awareness is whereby you need to understand your own emotion first. All right, once you understand.
So all of us are different, is it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Like for example, why do we feel happy? All right, why suddenly you feel anger in yourself? All right, because of someone did something to you, or because something happened and all this. All right, so that is self-awareness. So when you are more aware of your own feeling, you have a better control of it. So let's say, for example, you're angry with a person, an individual, your friend. Then you stop yourself. You think to yourself first. All right, why am I being angry? Okay, once you have that means you are aware of your emotion. Then you stop there.
Sometimes people are not aware. That's why they go around killing people, is it?
Yes. That's why there's a lot of crime and all this, isn't it?
All right, okay.
So that is self-awareness.
All right.
Then we have self-regulation. So that is the second part, as I mentioned. Once you are aware, you are able to regulate your emotions. So that means control.
You control your emotions.
Correct.
Okay.
So the third one will be the motivation, self-motivation. How you motivate yourself. All right. So this 3 one is actually your inner self. All right. Self-awareness, self-regulation, and motivation. Then the last 2 elements will be the social awareness. Apart from you aware of your own feelings, you need to be aware of other people's feelings. Yeah. For example, your colleague is angry with you. All right. Then you have to stop and think. Why is this person is angry with me? All right, there must be something that's being said or not being said, being done, not being done. All right, so that is social awareness, being aware of the feelings and the actions of people around you. And the last but not least is actually your social skills. How do you, once you have the awareness, social awareness, how do you interact with people? So you see some of the people, some of the individuals, they interact better. All right, and some they are a bit more introvert. So I'm going to tell you a bit, a little secret, Alan.
Okay, what's the
You
secret?
wouldn't know that I'm actually an introvert.
Introvert. It doesn't look like it.
Correct, right? I'm actually introvert. When I was in my primary schools and secondary school, no, primary school, I'm a bit introvert.
Yeah.
Secondary school, I'm a rebel.
Oh, okay, you changed.
Yeah, but when I
But
go to
you can still be an introvert and a rebel, isn't it?
yes, correct. So it's totally different character,
Yeah,
you see.
okay.
So I am actually an introvert, extrovert in progress. So I wouldn't believe if, let's say, throwback, 20 years ago, I wouldn't believe that I'm able to be where I am right now.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that, that I am able to share my experiences, and I am brave enough to do that, whereby, if you, let's say you are asking me 20 or 30 years ago, I wouldn't see myself here. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is something that I'm really grateful for. Yeah.
Does upbringing affects the EQ of a person, or it can be modified, or I mean,
Yes. EQ can be learned.
Can be learned.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is the interesting part. EQ can be learned because EQ actually we can actually improve on our emotional intelligence with the journey, with the experiences that we have.
Okay.
Yeah. So if, let's say, you think that you are not able to control your emotions 20 years ago or 10 years ago, doesn't mean that now you cannot control your emotion.
I see.
So it's all about self-reflection. How do you self-reflect yourself, and how do you embrace yourself? If, let's say, you make a mistake, own up to it and say that, yes, I made a mistake, do some self-reflection and see how you can move forward. So that is EQ in process.
Do you
in the
apply
making.
EQ in what you do now as a dean? I mean, in your lectures or whatever.
Yes. I've actually did a paper. In my PhD.
Yeah.
So my thesis, the recommendation is actually to have EQ implemented in the system. That means in the syllabus of the students.
Okay.
Not
At least as a subject, or
as a subject.
as a
It can be
subject, yeah.
as a subject
Or is it
implemented.
immersed?
Yes, implemented in one of the module as well, one of the subject as well. So, but students need to be exposed on EQ, not only on IQ, but on EQ as well. Yeah, so that they are able to balance up, their IQ as well as EQ. So when they actually go out and work, they know when to actually control themselves. They know how to motivate themselves, for work and so forth. So it's very important to have both.
To have both.
Yeah,
yes.
correct.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. There are some young people watching this show.
Yep.
Do you have anything that you want to share with them that can help them make their journey maybe a little bit smoother? Yeah, instead of knocking to walls.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any way that you can help people who just came out from SPM, or they're going to work life, or maybe they just started work? Is there some tips or some points that you can give them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those students, for those of you who are actually just finished SPM, I think one of the things that I would actually ask for you all to, one of the advice is actually to take the risk and to do what you are passionate in doing. I think that is very important. Back then, like for example, our parents so we always listen to our parents and all this, isn't it? It's not a bad thing, it's actually very good. But kids nowadays, they have their own thinking. So you can't force them.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of forcing them,
Yes.
you need to allow them
Yes.
to actually grow in terms of their thinking, in terms of their mindset.
I think also the job market has changed so much.
Yeah, correct.
Like
The job market has changed so much. Nowadays you have the position as social media manager.
Right, exactly. And you know who are the guys that are making a lot of money? The influencers.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The influencers are making a lot of money, and their charges are quite
Right,
high.
yeah.
So okay, coming back to some of the advice. The other advice that I would like to actually give to those people who just started work is to be brave, to take risks, and to actually be passionate in what you do. I think these are very important traits.
I always like the quote when someone says that you do something you like and you don't have to work a single day in your life.
Correct. Yes. It's just like what I'm doing right now. I am actually very happy to do what I do right now.
Right.
So
Okay.
even though sometimes, a lot of people ask me, how capable are you? You know, you are doing a lot of things at one
Yeah,
time. I say,
right.
yeah, but I didn't realize it. You know, so it's just that I like what I do right now. So that's why I don't feel it is a chore, you know. So that's why I'm able to do a lot more things right now, and I am able to contribute back in the sense that I want the kids nowadays, the younger generation, to get as much as possible, you know, to be able to be themselves, to voice out, you know, whatever that they want to be in the future. That is very important, I think.
Do you also guide the students when they go out into the working world how to project themselves on?
Yes,
There's
correct.
a grooming course or something. Do you have it?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
We have grooming workshops recently that we have done for Saito. So the speaker that we have invited, she is very interesting. So she has actually shared in terms of, you know, how do you want to, what sort of dress or etiquette, you know, what you are supposed to do when you go for interview and all this. So upcoming one, we will have more, especially for our final year students. So we will have
so you're
maybe
preparing them for the work life.
Correct. Like for example, resume writing, tips, the do and don'ts during interview sessions, you know, or how to make your CV impressive. So these are some of the things that I think I would like to, you know, my students to have this kind of knowledge before they go out. And it's very important for them to have that.
I think also because the younger people communicate quite less than what we did when we were young, I suppose. When I was young, you're still young, okay? Because of the handphone and everything. Now, even at the dinner table, you can see them looking at the handphone. They seldom talk to each other.
Correct.
They text in the short form, you know. What can you do about things like this? What do you think?
I think one thing about these millennials or the Gen Z, they are really different type of human beings than us, you know. So some of the characters, this is one of the research that I've done, some of the characters that they have is that they can actually be on social medias and they can actually multitask. That means at one point they can actually be in IG, TikTok and all this. Okay, that's one thing. So they are actually digital natives. So they are very into all these social media thingy. And second thing is that they are the philanthropists. So they talk about, you know, green environment, recycle, upcycle and so forth. So these are some of the characteristics that they have. And another thing is that they lose focus very easily.
I see. Okay.
So these are some of their characteristics, the Gen Z. So what we can do is that, so you can see
build
a lot
on their
of
strengths, I suppose.
build on the strength. So you can see that the generation right now, if they work, right, they go into the workforce and they think that, okay, this job, I don't like it. So they can just, you know, move on to another job, which is different from our generation, isn't it? Our generation, right, if let's say, we just have to work lah, no matter how difficult it is, right? Now the generation is different. If they don't like it, they will move on to another. So these are some of the differences.
There is someone asking a few questions. Tan Lai Ling, okay, I'm impressed by the series for students to hear from the industry experts. She liked that. And she asked a question, Tan Lai Ling asked a question, is there a measurement for EQ like there is for IQ?
Good question. I think yes, there is a measurement of EQ. So if let's say you go and search, I think online, Google now everything is searchable.
Everything is Google.
There are actually instruments to test your EQ. So if you actually fill up some of the questions, and then they will give you the answer whether you are on the high side, the moderate side, or the low side. All right. But then again, I would like to emphasize is that even though your EQ is low at this moment, do not feel bad, do not feel sad. Because as I mentioned just now, EQ can be learned.
And then it's just a self-awareness, isn't it? You got to know where your weakness is, then you move from there.
So you just have to do a lot of self-reflection. A lot of self-reflection, and then you will get there. So that is the most important thing.
Are there some pertinent questions that I ask, or are all the questions different, or how do they phrase the question?
They will phrase it differently. It's more like a Likert scale, you know, like from strongly agree to strongly disagree.
I see, okay.
Then they will say, I have feelings, I don't have feelings, or I feel anger all the time. So
Okay.
you think whether you are you agree or you disagree.
I see,
So
okay.
from there they will analyze, you know,
I think
your
that can be
EQ
quite
level.
accurate. At
Yeah.
least,
But you have to be honest lah when you
Yeah.
do that questionnaire that time lah, right?
Yeah, of course, yes,
correct.
yeah.
But there's a lot of other instrument out there
Yeah.
that can actually whereby you can actually not grade yourself, whereby you can actually evaluate yourself.
I see,
Yeah.
okay.
So you have that personality, the MBTI, that is quite a famous questionnaire to try on. So if you have free time, then you can just Google it up, MBTI or the EQ test. So
Okay.
these are some of the quite interesting questionnaires that you can actually test and see where you are right now and where you want to be in the
Okay.
future. Yeah.
Okay, we hope we answer your question, Lai Ling. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Jenny.
Most welcome.
Yeah. We are almost towards the end of the show, but before we go, I would like to know, do you have any vision or dreams that you have in your heart that you want to do, you know?
My dreams is actually to travel around the world.
Travel around the world. Whose
Yes.
dream isn't?
True, right? Although it is very general, but I would love to actually travel because if you travel, you actually see different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it opens up your mind to a lot of possibilities. And you will see things very different, and you will actually analyze things. You will be more creative, you will be more critical, you'll be more analytical with all the things that you see, because it's really different from what we have here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you living your dream now, or you're still...
Trying to when I'm not busy with work.
So you travel quite a bit?
Before MCO, I travel quite a bit.
Yeah.
I was invited to be a keynote in Chengdu,
Okay.
China.
All right.
You know, the funny thing is, I actually went there December 2019.
Okay.
December 2019, you know,
Right,
that's where the COVID-19,
Yeah.
outbreak happened in China.
yeah.
But that time when I was there, it was nothing. There was nothing of that
see.
level yet.
Yeah.
So luckily, I flew back, and then I actually went to Melbourne. All right. So right after I came back, then the lockdown happened.
Oh, all right.
So it has been 2 years. So I just traveled to Singapore. Yeah. So I went to this Arts and Science Museum. Very, very nice. They
Okay.
have this interactive installation by some of the one of the team in Japan,
All right.
which is called Team Lab. And Team Lab is actually coming to Malaysia soon,
Yeah,
KL. So
okay.
I'm actually hoping to go and see their installation. It's really, really very creative. And you can actually see how the arts actually meets the science, how these people actually build the things, and you can actually see their imaginations and how it's actually applied in the daily life.
Yeah.
So in the Arts and Science Museum where I actually went, you can actually see that place is actually for everyone.
I see.
Everyone means
All
from
ages,
toddler
yeah,
until 80, 90 years old.
yeah.
And that is very, very nice.
Yes,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Dr. Jenny, you look very fit. Are you an exercise freak? Or
Oh,
do you
yes. Yes. I'm actually a gym freak.
a gym freak.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you do your gym every day?
Yeah. Not for the past 2 weeks though. I missed it.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I'm actually very into combat.
In
So,
combat?
Yes,
Ah,
yes.
combat means what?
Body combat. So
All
it's
right.
sort of like a mixed martial arts kind of thing.
Okay, so don't fool around with you.
And also the weightlifting. I did some
Weightlifting, you do
yes,
weights, huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I
okay.
do weights as well. And I also have weekly session with a personal trainer.
You have a personal trainer.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Main thing for me to actually exercise is actually to actually stay healthy and to actually release whatever, at the end of the day you feel tired, but when you go for these exercises, you feel like, after the exercise you feel so good. I want that kind of feeling.
Okay,
Yeah, so it's a
okay.
very, it's good for your body, it's good for your health, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you try to keep doing that when you have the time? Is it?
Yes,
Or-
yes.
So for 2 weeks you didn't do that?
Yeah, for 2
So do you
weeks.
feel guilty?
I feel because I love food as well.
All right.
Now that you're saying, right? So I love dessert.
Okay.
I love cakes. I love chocolates.
Okay.
So if I don't exercise,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gone. So you will be seeing
No,
you know
you're still
double of
looking
my
very
sizes.
good. Okay, don't worry. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We've been chatting for 1 hour. Yeah,
Okay.
we got to leave our audience, but maybe do you have some parting words? Yeah, that you would like to share, with whoever whoever watching. Maybe Mr. Uy is watching.
I'm not so sure Mr. Uy is free or not to watch this show. Okay. But for all the audiences out there, just my thoughts, yeah, because I know that each and every one of us, we have different journey. Yeah, different life journey, and I'm not here to judge any one of you. Neither, I'm here to critique anyone, but this is just my advice to everyone. No matter how hard it is, how tough life can be, how low you can actually go down, you still have to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and no one can help you except yourself.
Yes.
So you actually have to help yourself first before anyone else. You
Exactly.
cannot expect, oh, I need my mother, or I need my parents, I need anyone out there to help you if you are not willing to help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That is very important.
Yeah.
And you have to stay positive no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to the doctor, okay? Okay, with that, we gotta say good night and thank you so much, Dr. Jenny.
Thank
It's
you,
so
thank you.
interesting talking to you.
Thank you, Alan.
With that, we want to bid you good night and look forward to seeing you again in the next episode of Heart to Heart Talk. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Good
Yeah.
night.
Meet a company who gets what your event marketing needs. We are Anocent. Any event, any purpose, our team knows everything you need for a smashing success. We always have a plan made just for you. when it's crunch time, we walk the talk and make it happen. And on event day, the results speak for themselves. All the event solutions you could need, all in one company. We should know, we've been at it for over 10 years, starting with music and growing to master events of all kinds. Put the event of your dreams in our hands and watch the magic happen when we bring it to life, so that it looks and sounds like a dream come true. Events, commercials, we do it all and make it brilliant. We are Annocent. We get events and we get you.
Wincar, for your peace of mind.
This program was brought to you by Wincar Peace of Mind.